Good morning, everyone. So today we'll solve one more problem of your financial accounting from the chapter Insolvency of Partner and Dissolution of Firm. So question already I have given you in the group. Okay. So we'll try to solve now. And quickly, if I'll go for the question, three partners are there, X, Y, Z. Their profit sharing ratio is 4:2:3. Okay. And then they agreed to dissolve the firm and they have some, like in question, balance sheet is given. And after that, they have given the information. The various assets got realized for how much and how much you have paid for the liabilities, and then you have a cost of realization. Cost of realization is nothing. Cost of realization means your realization expense only. Okay. And then information is what? Z, that is partner Z became insolvent. So if Z is going to become insolvent, then we'll have the solvent who one? X and Y. These two will be solvent. And Z became insolvent and he has got 492 rupees only, which we were able to recover from his private state. And then again, we have to prepare the necessary ledger accounts to close the books of firm, applying the decision in Garner versus Murray. So last time also we have did, and this time. And please keep remember again and again, I am repeating 2 points you have to keep remember as per the Garner versus Murray rule. Okay, how much the share of solvent partner realization loss is going to arise. Equal to that realization loss, solvent partner have to bring the cash to the firm. Okay, and whatever capital deficiency is going to arise due to the insolvency of one partner, that will be bared by the another two solvent partners in their capital ratio. Fine. So we'll start, and I hope you know and we know we are supposed to open the three accounts. Very first, your realization account. Okay, this will be your particulars amount, particulars amount. Then we'll go for the solvent partners capital account. Who all are solvent? Just now we have seen. Okay, Z became insolvent. That means we have a solvent partner X and Y. Fine. And then we have to open the account for insolvent partner also. That is your Z capital account. Particulars amount, particulars amount. Okay, maybe we need little bit up this. So I'll make here Z's capital account, insolvent partner, particular amount, particular amount. Fine, that is your second. And now the next. So if you go for the question, we have the information about cash in hand and cash at bank. So when we have the information about bank, so we'll open the bank account. Okay. And whatever you have the cash in hand, that will transfer to the bank account only. Particulars, amount, particulars, amount. Okay. So all your three accounts are ready here. Now, again, kindly go back to your pages where you have written the steps for closing the books of account, okay, and dissolution of firm in case of insolvency of partners. So if you remember, I have told you we need to open three accounts mainly. That is, one is your realization, another is solvent partner, another is your insolvent, another is your banker cash. And if you have the information about partner's loan, Then we have to open the separate partners loan account also, and same you have in this question also, loan from X. So we need to open a one more extra account, that will be your X loan account here. Okay, particulars amount, particulars amount. So finally your all the four accounts are here. Now we have to start doing the entries. Okay, amount, where very first we know we have to empty the balance sheet. Whatever items are given there, those we have to post in a respective accounts. So now check your balance sheet. First we'll check the liability side. Very first we have liability side, profit and loss account. So profit and loss account, that is part of your partners capital account. How much profit and loss is given? 2,250, and their profit sharing ratio is 4:2:3. So if we are going to divide this, then we are going to get entry will be by profit and loss 1,000 for X and 500 for Y. Okay, and same we have to enter into your insolvent partners account also, and for insolvent partner it is going to be 750. Okay, that is profit and loss of your 2,250 we have divided among all the three partners in their PSR. So one item from your liability side over. Now the next we have reserve fund. Okay, so reserve fund, again the same thing, we need to divide or share among all the three partners according to their profit and share ratio. So we'll do that also. Take here buy reserves. Okay, how much amount we have? We have 6,300, and again in the ratio of 4:2:3. So it is going to be your 2,800 for X, 1,400 for Y, and for Z we are going to get the buy reserve 2,100. Okay, so this is your reserves. Now the next under your liability, bills payable, outside liability. So that will become part of your realization account. So take here buy bills payable. How much we are having the amount? 2,050. Similar way we have these sundry creditors also. How much the amount? 4,500. And then we have a loan from X. Okay, so that is partners loan, and for that we have opened the separate account. So we'll do the entry also in this account only. By balance brought down, how much the loan amount? 2,000 rupees. Okay, and then we have under the liability side your capital of the partners. We'll do the entry of that also. By balance brought down, 34,000 capital of X, 23,000 capital of Y. By balance brought down, entry in your insolvent partner account, 1,500 his capital from the balance sheet. So with this your liability side, all the items over. Now coming to your asset side. Asset side, if you check in the question, you have a first item, very first item, cash in hand, 500. And then we have a cash at bank, 3,250. So while preparing or while making the format of bank account only, I told cash we are going to transfer to the bank account only. So I'll take it as a your very nicely to balance brought down total, that is cash in hand plus cash at bank, total 3,750 will take here. Okay, then next item under your asset we have a sundry debtors. So that is your part of your realization account. So do the entry to sundry debtors. How much we have a debtors? 15,500. Then similarly we have a bills receivables. How much we have a bills receivables value? 2,800. Then we have the investment. So take the investment also, 12,000. Then we have stock. So to stock, 9,700, because these all assets are going to be realized on dissolution. So we are making the entry in your realization account, how much furniture we have, 1,850. And then we have next item, your machinery. How much we have machinery, 7,500. Then we have buildings worth rupees 22,500. Okay. Now your balance sheet now totally empty. All the entry from your balance sheet done in all the respective accounts. Now we have to check the information out of your balance sheet. Okay. So what the very first information given? The assets realized as follows. Okay. So they have given you the values of assets for how much the various assets got realized. For investment, 10,200, bills receivables, debtors, 14,100, stock, furniture. Okay. So we'll do the entry in your realization account by cash in bracket assets realized. This is just for your reference. Okay. Which and all assets we have realized? We have realized the investment for how much? 10,200, entry in your inner column only. Then we have bills, receivables and debtors for 14,100. Then we have stock for 7,250. Then we have a furniture for 1,050. Then your machinery 4,300. Then the building 13,200. So these are all your various assets which got realized at these values. So when we'll take the total, it will come, I believe, 50,100. Okay, total of your assets realized value. Now further, all the liabilities were paid off. Okay, only one line about your liabilities given here. All the liabilities were paid off. Outside liability, if we'll check from the balance sheet, we had only two. That was your bills payable and then your sundry creditors. Bills payable value 2,050 and sundry creditors value 4,500. So all the liabilities were paid off. That means total of these two we have to pay. Okay. So total of these two is going to be how much? To cash. Okay. For time being, okay, just for time being, I'm rubbing this X loan account because I don't have a space. You don't cancel from your notebook. Okay. Now, cash we have to pay. That is your liabilities paid. Just for reference, again, I'm writing how much we are paying. We had the value of bills payable 2,050 and sundry creditors 4,500. So total we have to pay 6,550. Liabilities paid off. Now, next line in your question. The cost of realization amounted to rupees 300. Cost of realization. So when you gone for the realizing all the process, it took your 3,000 rupees cost. That is realization expense. So we have to pay that also cash in bracket again for our reference. We are paying the realization expense for how much? 300 rupees. Okay. Now, next line. Z became insolvent. Okay. So has become the insolvent? Z has become the insolvent. And they are saying what? And rupees 492. And rupees 492 only were recovered from his private estate. That means Z is getting 492 from his private estate towards the firm. So into the firm, so we will do the entry because Z is getting the cash, that is bank account here. That means his credit balance of capital will increase by how much? 492. Okay. Now, these all entries we did from the question. Okay. If we can recheck from your balance sheet, all items are here. Profit and loss, reserves, then your bills payable, your creditors, then I'm real sorry. Okay, I have just rubbed. Okay, I hope it's there in your notebook. For loan from X, we have opened the separate account and we did the entry there also. Fine. And then we had the capital in the balance sheet. Capital also we have taken. So liability side we have empty. And then assets also, asset side also, cash in hand, cash at bank at your bank account. And then all the assets in your realization account, all the balance sheet items taken. And then we have realized the assets also. And then we have paid the liabilities also. And then we have paid the realization cost also. And then we have got, that is Z has got the 492 rupees also in the form. So these are amount from your question we have taken. Now we have to solve by our own. Okay. So if all the entries are over, what we have to do? Very first, we'll do all the counter entries of your cash account. So cash account better, I will write here also as the bank account only, because we have opened the bank account. So here also I'll mention it as a bank. Okay. Now we'll do all the counter entries in your bank account from the realization account. So to realization, okay, that is your value of assets realized. How much? 50,100. Then we have by realization, that is your liabilities paid. How much we have paid liabilities? 6,550. And then one more by realization, that was the payment of your realization expense. How much we have paid? 300. So all the counter entry of your bank, 1, 2, 3, we have did in the bank account also. Okay. So this is here. Now we have to close first. Now we have to close first the realization account to calculate or to find out whether on realization we are getting profit or loss. Okay. So when we'll make the total, we'll have the total debit side only greater, that is 78,700. 78,700 both side, and we'll have the shortage on a credit side, shortage on the credit side, that means we have the loss. So we'll make the entry by loss transferred. Who all are three partners? Remember your realization loss we have to share among all the three partners irrespective of their solvency or insolvency, doesn't matter here. Okay, so three partners X, Y and Z. Total amount of your loss is 22,050 rupees, which we have to divide among these three partners again in the ratio of your 4:2:3. So when we are going to do this, X will have 9,800 and then Y will have 4,900 and then Z will get 7,350. So with this calculation of your realization loss, your realization account got closed. And from this counter entry we had for bank account, we have did, and now we have the counter entry for the capital accounts. And earlier also we have learned we have to transfer the realization loss to the respective partners capital account. So now get this to realization account in bracket your realization loss, just for reference. It's not necessary to write, okay, just for reference. So realization loss for X 9,800, for Y 4,900, and similarly we have to do the entry for your insolvent partner also, and his share of losses 7,350. Okay, so your realization loss also we have got here. Now what we have to do, we have to apply the Garner versus Murray rule. And what the rule used to say, what is the share of solvent partners? Okay, what is the share of solvent partners in your realization loss? Equal to this, they have to get the cash. Okay, now if we have to get the equal to this cash, that means if you are getting the cash into the firm, your capital credit balance will increase. So do the entry here. How much you have to get? You have to get equal to your realization loss. So 9,800 and 4,900. 900 only for the solvent partners. Okay, insolvent partner no need to get, already he is insolvent one. Okay, now by bank when we have did the entry. Now here one more thing, sorry, I'll try to make clear. Bylaws transferred to the partner's capital account, that is one transaction. Okay, that is one transaction, and for that your credit side entry here and debit side entry in your capital account. Now this is the another transaction. Okay, equal to realization loss. Partners are solvent partners are getting the cash into the firm. Solvent partners are getting the cash into the firm. So for that your credit entry is here and the respective counter entry you have to do in your bank account. 2 X capital account, how much he has got? 9,800. And 2 Y's capital account, how much he has got? 4,900. So 2 transactions are happening here. One is your transferring the realization account, okay, from realization account to your partner's capital account. And another is your solvent partners are getting the cash equal to their realization into the firm. So one entry in your partner's capital, one entry in your bank account. Till here, over. I hope you understood. Now, if with me, we'll go for the Z also. Capital over loss, profit and loss also we have taken, reserve also we have taken, and how much he has got the cash, that also taken. So if we'll make the total, okay, he is having a deficiency, showing the deficiency because he has to make good 7,350. He has to make good realization loss, but he is not having that much. He is having the capital deficiency. So after the closing of your realization account, next step was what? To close your insolvent partner's account. Insolvent partner account who? Your Z. So total will write both sides, 7,350, 7,350. Now, how much the deficiency? So we'll just calculate the balancing figure by deficiency. How much we are going to get the deficiency? We are going to get the deficiency of 2,508. Fine. But who will bear this? We have learned whatever the capital deficiency is going to arise due to the insolvency of partner, that will be bared by the solvent partner in their capital ratio. Okay, so first we have to calculate the capital ratio. Capital ratio what? Capital just before the dissolution. Whatever the capital amount they had just before the dissolution. So we'll calculate this also. Capital ratio. Who two are the solvent partner? X and Y. And for calculation of your capital just before dissolution, we have to consider which? We have to consider your capital balance from balance sheet. For X, we have the capital balance 34,000. And for Y, we have the capital balance from the balance sheet 23,000. And then in this, we need to add profit and loss given in the balance sheet. So in the balance sheet, this time we had the profit. Profit, how much for X? 1,000, and for Y, 500. Okay, profit and loss added. And if we have in the question reserve, then we have to add the reserve also, because reserve also we used to make from the profit only. So reserve, and how much the portion of reserve for X? 2,800, and for Y, 1,400. So these three we have to add. And if we'll add 37,800, 24,900. So 37,800 X capital just before the dissolution, and 24,900 Y's capital just before the dissolution. And we have to calculate the ratio between these two capital amount. So if we are going to calculate the ratio for 37,800 and 24,900, we have to find the common divider. Okay, please, for common divider, you have to recall your school time. That is what during school, hopefully we have learned 2 to 20 table. More than 20, I'm not telling you, but 2 to 20, please keep remember. And here, if we'll find the common divider, then we'll have the common divider as a 3. Okay, 3 is going to be a common divider here, 126 here and 83 here. So ratio will be your 126 is to 83. Fine. This is our final capital ratio. And further this, we can go for a calculator, no issues at all. Okay, 126 is to 83 is your capital ratio. Now for 126 and 83, we don't have any common divider. Okay, so we'll stop here only. Now, capital ratio you have calculated. And according to this capital ratio, we have to divide this 2,508 amount, which is your capital deficiency amount, among X and Y. Okay, so we'll go for that also. Now, as you are able to see, I have a shortage of space. So realization account anyhow closed. And from realization account, we have transferred our loss also to the respective partner's capital account. So I am cleaning this your realization account. Okay. So just give me a moment. Realization account over. So here we'll try to go for the distribution of capital deficiency. Capital deficiency amount we have 2,508. Okay, we have to divide among the solvent partner. One is your X, one is your Y, and ratio we have got 126 is to 83. Amount 2,508. 126 divided by 209, 126 plus 83. Okay, and then 2,508 into 83 divided by 209, and then we are going to get the amount 1512996. Okay, so X has to bear 1,512 rupees and Y has to bear 996. So make the entry in your insolvent partners account. X capital 1,512, Y's capital 996, and total is going to be your 2,508. So with this, your insolvent partner capital account got closed. Fine. We have first closed the realization account and now we have closed the insolvent partner account. Now from your insolvent partner account, we have to do the counter entry of your solvent partners capital. So we'll take here 2 Z's capital account, how much they have gone for the bearance of capital deficiency because of Z insolvency, 1,512 X, 9,900, sorry, not 9,000, 996 by Y. Okay, so entry over. Now we have to check anything is left. Maybe no. Okay, because in your solvent partners capital account, capital amount from your balance sheet we have taken, profit and loss we have taken, reserve we have taken, how much they have got the bank, how much they have got the cash equal to their realization loss, that also we have entered. Realization loss also over, and Z capital also over. That means now we can close your solvent partners capital account also. So if we are going to close, we have to check the total, and then we have to calculate the balancing figure, that is how much cash the solvent partners will get on the dissolution of firm. Okay, so total is going to be 47,600 and 29,800. So both side we will do the entry 47,600, 29,800. Okay, and then we'll have the balancing figure on your debit side to bank account. Okay, that is going to be your balancing figure, and how much we are going to get the balancing figure. For X we are getting 36,288, and for Y we are getting 23,904. That means on the dissolution, X will get from firm 36,288 and Y will get the 23,904. Okay, and this is bank. You have to receive the cash. So counter entry we have to do in your bank accounts to make the final counter entry, that is by X capital, how much X is getting 36,288, and how much Y is getting 23,904. Okay, all entries over here. Yes or no? No. You remember? We have rubbed your X loan account. I hope still you have. I have just rubbed it because I didn't have the space. Okay. So I'm going to make the entry here again. X loans account. What we have did, by balance brought down, amount was 2000. Okay. And we have to assume that whatever was the partner's loan, that is X loan, directly it is paid by the bank. So entry to bank account, because we are paying off. How much we are paying? 2000. Just a one line entry. Okay. You had the partner's loan and that you paid through the bank. Now we have to take this in your bank account as a counter entry. That is your by X loan account. How much? 2000 we have paid. Okay. Now your entries are over. You have got the in bank account also opening, realization, asset realized how much, and then how much solvent partner got the capital, and another side your how much liability paid, realization expense paid, how much the you have to pay to the solvent partners at the end, and how much you have paid the X loans. So now we have to try to make the total and make sure total should tally. Okay. So it will not tally. Reason is what? We had here today one extra entry, new entry compared to your last class. In your last class, solvent partner has got nothing, okay, on his insolvency to make his capital deficiency good. He has got nothing, 0 rupee. But this time Z has got the amount. So Z has got the amount in the firm. That means we have to make the entry of your this Z capital account also. How much he has got? He has got 492. Okay. Now, if you will try, definitely it will match. Okay. So 5 entries both side. And if I am going to do little bit cheating, then the total will be 69,042 rupees. Okay. So this is your solution of last problem. Please go for it. And I hope you will not have too much of doubts. But still, if you have a doubts, it's okay. Most welcome on the WhatsApp. Thank you. Have a nice day.